Hello rocket science fans, it's Mr. Michael. Today we're going to be talking about pulley belts, and our previous video we talked about how the same size pulley wheels allow the pulley item to turn at the same speed. This session we're going to actually speed up our output. So I'm going to change a few items. What I usually do first is take off the indicator and take off the belt first because that will shoot across the room. So take off the belt. How we're going to speed up the pulley wheel, the output, as we input, we're going to actually make the other side smaller. So let me take this green wheel off, and I'm going to put a smaller pulley wheel on. Now, many of you say, that's a half bushing. Yes, it is. Half bushing or a whole size bushing actually works really well as a good connection for a pulley wheel because it has a great groove in it. So hopefully the contrast doesn't bother too much. Actually, I'm going to change this out and go with a gray wheel so you can see the movement a little bit better. Get this back on here. And for my previous video, I showed you how to put the pulley belt on without it flying across the room. So I'm going to show you again. Hold the sides, put it to the bottom, let it click on and release slowly. Okay, so indicator. On the indicator, you're going to see, let me see if I can get these lined up. Same way at the height. And this is basically 3 times larger. The brown pulley wheel is 3 times larger than the gray half bushing. So let's talk about how that works. So my driver's up, and I'm going to crank this around. This is going to go around 1 time, 2 times, and 3, approximately 3. Again, the pulley belt has slippage in it, so I can hold this here. It has slippage in it, and it has some friction in it from pulling against the axle. Once it pulls against the axle, it does slow it down a little bit, so it's not an approximate item. And the torque is very low, but I'm going to give this a really good spin. You're going to see how much faster, 3 times faster approximately, this is going. So why is this useful? If you have an item that you're working on, like a Ferris wheel or a merry-go-round or a vehicle, like a fan belt or something, and you really don't need it to stop an item, or if something malfunctions and it stops, you can actually put this item in there. It transfers energy really good, even at a longer distance. So let me show you how to get it at a longer distance really quick. Instead of adding a lot of gears, you can just stretch this out a little bit further. I'm going to take this, I'm going to go extreme. I'm going to go all the way to the end. And what I usually do is add a little extra axle to the end in case this decides to pop off. You don't want to stretch your belts too far, and you'll know you're stretching them too far. They start actually changing colors on you. So when it starts turning light yellow, I know it's too far. Get it here, get a B flat. Just kidding. So we have this turning here. Oh, indicator. Indicator up, and we're going to spin this, and you'll see it kind of jerking. Again, that's the friction. This is really pulling really hard against the bottom part here if I pull this down. So you'll see it. I'm going fast, but it's jerking. If I go fast, it'll actually kind of go. You may hear a sound inside of there. It's not the video. This is here popping. Okay, so another way of Another way of speeding up is to increase the size of the pulley wheel. Well, let's take this one back over here. Do we have a larger size pulley wheel? Right here, yes we do. So we'll go ahead and change the driver out. Yep, that came out on that side. To a larger pulley wheel. And put my belt on. Now, here's a helpful trick. Don't use a really small belt on here because you will lose it inside of here. But if you need to, you can always use a Lego remover, a Lego separator, and you just wedge it inside. Wedging is a machine, it's one of the simple machines. Wedge it inside, you can get it out. Don't use scissors or a knife, it will cut your belt. Again, these are about $1. Expensive, but they last a really long time. Okay, put my indicator back on, and let's see how this goes. This is basically 4 times bigger. It's a little bit larger, 4.5 times bigger. So let's see how many times this actually goes around. 1 rotation here, let's see how many outputs we get. 1, 2, 3, 4, and actually 4 3/4, almost 5. So let's say almost 5. So let's speed it up, go really, really fast. As you can see, the output is really, really fast. Again, the torque, if the belt is tighter, it's going to give it a little bit stronger torque on the back part. But other than that, this is how you speed up. Thank you for watching the video. Please reference other videos for other pulley wheels and gears. Thank you.